I was going to wait for the guinea over there to stop screaming. But in all reality, that's just the mood. It's just the mood. Spring's right around the corner. Kissing the world with beauty. I'm going to ditch these for a moment. It's always best to come back and fill the earth again. You can tell spring's right around the corner because of the plants are coming back. Doing a little bit of maintenance. Taking off all these little branches. Going back down to the green. I love it. Spring's right around the corner. We all feel it. We can see it. At least where I am. Love to anyone else that isn't feeling the warmth yet. I send you my well wishes. Coming over here, and I actually cleaned these off just a minute ago. Mostly clean. I'm going to leave him there just in case he comes back. Just kind of slide him in a little and bury him up. I got those two that are still coming in. Our chickens really kind of ravage these strawberries. You can actually see the little divots. Can't see them very well on the camera, but they're rolling little hills from the chickens digging up in here. So today's adventure, what we're going to do today, is remember and then cover. So we've got our perennials to look after, see where they're at. That's the gloves. Here's the Jose for the mint I stole from him in Utah. It's still growing strong out here in Missouri. Holy crud. Oh. Look at how beautiful it is. I'm just ripping off these dead branches off the top. I'm not a very gentle person. I'm sorry, you guys. But there's mint coming back. Give you a taste. Tasting minty. Oh yeah, I'm so excited. This is our lavender. So these right here, people are going to tell me I'm the worst for doing this and everything, but I always tap them back down. Break off these excess little branches. If you actually look, there's a couple of little sprouts coming through. See that green right there? Should be coming back up soon. I'm excited for it. Lavender. There's a new petals this year we have to fill in. Don't know what we're going to do with that one quite yet. Sage. Yeah, some more lavender down here. Oh, there's a little bit of lavender right there that's growing in. You see him? See him? He's coming in. As we go up this druid spiral, we will watch our step as we go up. Try to stick to the stones that are buried for the most part. See what we do. I believe my oregano got killed off by the chickens this year. That would have been coming back around this time. So today we're just going to go with good vibes, good sounds. It's been crazy. It's been crazy for everybody. Not even going to lie. We all felt these last few years. If I'm telling you the truth, I don't even want to be out here doing the garden stuff. That's a lie. I haven't been feeling well, so I'd rather just sit inside and relax. But honestly, being out here taking care of the gardens, I feel a lot better out here. Energy wise, just out in the sun. It's probably the perfect place to be. Wonderful thing about druid spirals is you can always add more rocks. I think I'm going to add another rock right here to help make that wall a little bit better. Comes in for this one. making walls better. We always want to strengthen our own walls and who we are and why we do what we do. Sometimes we forget. Sometimes we get lost. I know I've been lost. I've been homeless. I've been on the streets before. And in all reality, I don't regret it. I've loved the time that I had being homeless. Made me feel more as to who I am. And I appreciated who I became. You get to talk to interesting people. It's not for everyone, obviously. But you meet a lot of crazy characters would be the best way to put it. Speaking of crazy characters, not my friend Jordy. I met her on my travels, honestly. I would have never met her. Originally coming from California myself. Let alone in Utah. For us both to live out in Missouri. And just to think about all the things that we have to do and deal with and grow up. And this Druid Spiral is nothing but good vibes and good hopes. You put crystals in it to strengthen it. You put stones in it to help guide your path. I'm kind of curious what these are, seedling-wise. Just gonna let this go and see what happens. Sometimes it's funny. The Druid Spiral gives its own. We've got a lot of good natural herbs around here. I actually believe those are from herbs that we planted last year that just didn't want to sprout and they overwinterized, or even the plants that we had there last year might have dropped seeds, so I don't have to worry about it too much, just to clean up. Sometimes, hi guys, sometimes there's nothing wrong. Sometimes you don't need to fix. Sometimes fixing it, believe it or not, doesn't help. What are those times if you sit there and wonder when is the good times? I think Fallout put it best. You don't really notice that you're in the good times. You think about the stressful moments that you're in till one day you look back and you're like, those times I was stressing about a dog chewing up a toy. I was stressing about kids leaving their messes. I was stressing about the gardens not being watered. Puts into perspective those days that you actually wish that you were just out having to maintenance the garden. Just my little garden thoughts. With each stone we uncover. Speaking of stones uncovered, I figured I would take some time with It's Just You and Me to tell a couple of stories I heard growing up that have meant a lot to me, and I hope resonate with a lot of you in a bunch of different ways. I hope you get morals out of them that I got, and who they were, and what they meant to me, and yada yada yada. Once upon a time, there was a bird. Instead of flying south for the winter like he should have, he decided he was going to stay back and play and fly around, just be a bird for a little bit longer. One day, Jack Frost came around the corner and nipped the bird. The bird said, "I should probably fly south for the winter now." Poor bird. Looks like Jack Frost got his way. The bird come falling from the sky as he was flying because his wings froze. He hit the ground with a thud in the middle of a cow field. Hello, Rosemary. Break off the rest of your excesses. Tap you down. Looks like you ain't breaking apart too bad. Maybe we might get a Rosemary return. Ooh. So as I was saying, the bird fell in the middle of a field. And all these cows were sitting there looking. And they go, this poor bird. How cold it must be. As it shivered on the floor and barely able to move. One of the older cows came up and looked at the bird and goes, you poor bird. I feel so sorry for you. She felt so sorry for the poor bird that she turned around and took a big dump on the bird. Literally pooed on him. Now, you and I both know that this bird was not happy. He was going to freeze to death out in the cold, and these cows had to go so far as to humiliate him as he was dying. He was so mad that he began to kick off the poo. Little did he realize that warm cow poo had saved his life. That bird was so happy, he began to sing. Well, at that same time that he was singing, this curious cat comes bounding by, and you hear this piece of poo singing. He hasn't eaten for a little while. Been getting quite cold, and all the birds and mice have hunkered down and gone away. So he walks past this piece of poo singing. He decides he's gonna dig it up and see what it is. He digs out the bird and he eats him. I remember being told that story when I was a kid, and I thought it was the funniest thing in the world. Little did I know as an adult, I'd figure out what that meant. Shouldn't always put things off to the last minute. And when you do, expect for bad things to happen. The person giving you the crud isn't always the bad guy. The person digging you out of that crud, believe it or not, isn't always the good guy. And as we all know, if you're happy in a pile of crud, might as well keep your mouth shut. Hardy har har. Play on words, right? Sorry about my messy yard. The guinea have come to say hi. They usually don't get that close. I'm getting further though. Do we want to do our chores? No. Especially not today. Not when I feel like Dookie. Do we get out and do our chores? Yep. Because when you're a mom, you don't get to say, I want a sick day. Oops, don't step in the mint. So excited for the herbs to go in this year. Oh no, we had a stone fall. What do we do when we fall? pick ourselves back up. Well, I would say that when you don't want to do a chore, you know you have to. It's easy to remember. Eventually it's got to get done. You know how to do it, right? I can't expect the 8-year-old to come out here and clean this place up. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. Responsibility with children. Whoever told us that we were going to be responsible enough to take care of another human being? Whoever said I wanted that responsibility? It's a lot of weight on the shoulder. A lot of weight on a person, if I'm being honest. But sometimes you gotta be bigger than just yourself. Give bigger steps, if you will. And sometimes rethinking a situation, giving a little bit more room for future projects is a good idea. Hey, look, another rock. Oh, it's pretty deep in there. I can do this. Sometimes you just have to work for it. And that's our last stone. And look, you and I did this together. One stone at a time. I'm so proud of us. Have a wonderful day.